Hi, I'm Sarah. Today I'm going to show you how to make your own paper Christmas ornaments that you can colour in and hang on your Christmas tree. I'm going to be using this template that you can download for free from my blog in the details below. You'll also need scissors, a glue stick or some sticky tape. You need something to tie your ornament together, so I've chosen some ribbon. And I'm going to be using an old paper clip and a ruler to score our card. You can also use, there's particular things that you can buy for scoring if you have those available. Now I've printed this on 200 GSM, so you can see that it's a little bit thicker, which will help it to keep its shape when it's on the tree. So let's get started. I'm just going to be using my gold Sharpie today. And as you can see, I'm just colouring this very roughly at the moment, but obviously you can put in as much detail as you want, use as many colours as you want, hopefully make a few less mistakes than I'm making in this video. And so you can actually reuse the same design over and over again on your tree or change it up every year by changing the colours. On my website you'll find a pack of these ornament templates with different patterns, different designs. You can pick one for each different skill level. Maybe it's something you want to do with your kids and you can pick something simpler for them and something more complex for yourself. If you're not really into colouring, you could also print these onto a coloured piece of card, and that way you don't have to colour anything at all. You can just keep the black and white design. If you've got a colour scanner and printer available, the other thing you can do is colour one version of this and then scan it into your computer and print off multiple copies. That way you can have a whole tree of matching ornaments without having to colour multiple times. Don't worry too much about staying in the lines on the outside because all that's going to be cut away at the end anyway. Make sure you also colour the little hexagon on its own because that's going to be connected to the rest when we finish cutting everything out. So now that I've finished colouring, it's time to cut it out. We're going to cut along the solid lines that go around the edge. Make sure you don't cut off any of the small tabs because we'll need those later, and don't cut along any of the dotted lines either. The next step is to actually fold along all of the dotted lines. Now, if you're dealing with card like I am, you may find that it's a bit difficult to fold. So what we're actually going to do is score it first. Now, I don't have a fancy scorer, but what I do have is a ruler and a paper clip, which actually works surprisingly well. So just find each of your lines, place the ruler down, open up your paper clip, and run the paper clip along with a fair bit of pressure along the dotted line. And there we go. Now the reason I use a paper clip and not a knife is because sometimes a knife or some scissors, if you push too hard, you can cut straight through. So you can use those, but I find a paper clip's pretty good because it's a lot easier to determine how much pressure to apply. So there we go. So as we are scoring, you can see each section is folding over nicely. Once you've scored along all your lines, you can fold in all of the tabs and fold along each of the other lines as well. Now at this point we need to decide which direction you want your ornament to be, and you also need to decide whether you're wanting to attach a string. So the reason I say this is because it's much easier to attach the string before you tie it together. So you can either have it sort of going this way up and your string come out the top, or you can have it upside down and your string will go this way. So if you're wanting to do it upside down, you need to put a hole into this part here, whereas obviously if you're doing it this way, you can now use this time to cut a hole out without having to do a hole punch. I don't actually have a hole punch with me today, so we're just going to fold this piece and put a little slit in it to try and feed our ribbon through. So we'll leave that there for now, and what we're going to do is glue each of these panels together. So we're gluing along all of our tabs on every side, and they will all connect together. Start with the base. And as you can see, the pattern lines up nicely from one side to the other once you've glued it together. Next thing is to glue each of these tabs together. If you've accidentally cut the tabs off, you can easily still achieve this with sticky tape. Now I have found that sometimes with the card it likes to sort of pop open as you go, so it is a good idea to possibly do one side and just hold it for a few minutes to let it dry. But if you're a bit impatient like me, you can always pull out the sticky tape and do that instead. So we'll try and tape it on the inside for the first few. The last panel is probably easier to glue than to tape, just because it's a bit fiddly. Okay. So at this point we can start to see what our ornament looks like. And as you can see, the pattern continues around all sides, which is very cool. You can actually use this as a table ornament right now, if you're just wanting something in the middle of your table. But we're going to put the last part on, and we're going to attach our ribbon through here first. So I've threaded the middle of the ribbon through the hole, and we won't put quite to the end. I think that's a good enough height. There's obviously a few other ways that you can do this. If you want to use string, you probably have a few more options. And you can either tie a heavy knot so it won't go through your hole, or if you're using string or something that won't tie a knot, try tying a paper clip or something to the end so that it won't go through. So we're just going to tie this nice and bulky so it's not going anywhere. We'll put some final glue on this, and a bit extra on our ends. Push the excess in and stick it nicely on top. So there you have it, your very own Christmas ornament to hang on your tree. You can get the template from this from my blog in the comments below. I'll also include some photo step-by-step instructions that follow through what we've done today in the video. While you're there, you can also check out the other range of Christmas ornament designs that I have that you can get all in a single pack. You can also check out the other Christmas printables I have, including this nativity calendar. I have some Christmas gift tags that you can get. We also have Christmas crackers, and you can see my separate video tutorial on how to do those. And we have letters to Santa and some other printables as well. This all comes in a huge digital bundle on my website that you can purchase, and it also includes a digital copy of Colouring Christmas, my family adult colouring book, which is also available on Amazon if you'd like to buy it. You can either buy the full-size version, or I've also got a handy pocket version that you can take with you on the plane or whenever you're going to visit family. So thanks for stopping with me today, and I hope you got something out of that. And please, if you enjoyed that, check out my other videos or subscribe to my channel and leave a comment below and show me how you've gone with yours. Thank you.